There is a difference that few hunters realize until it is too late. A rifle may look perfect in the display case, may shoot tight groups at the range, may receive excellent reviews online, and still fail completely when the hunt becomes challenging. The problem is almost never the distance to the animal. Most of the time, the problem is that the rifle was the wrong choice before the hunter even left home. This distinction between a rifle that shoots well and a rifle that hunts well is at the heart of everything that will be discussed here. 10 rifles were selected not because they are the most popular or the most talked about on social media, but because each of them solves real problems that arise in the field. Weight, accuracy, trigger feel, weather resistance, cartridge power, and confidence when the shot opportunity finally presents itself. These are the criteria that matter when the terrain is difficult and the window of opportunity is short. The hunting rifle market in the United States has undergone a significant transformation in recent years. Manufacturers that once delivered basic platforms under the justification that they were sufficient for hunting began to face pressure from a new type of hunter, more demanding, better informed, and willing to invest in equipment that truly performs under adverse conditions. The result of that pressure is evident in the 10 rifles featured in this analysis. The 10th position belongs to the Ruger American Gen 2 Predator, a platform that exists to prove that the compromise between weight and accuracy can be solved without spending a fortune. For a long time, the affordable segment of the American market offered hunters an implicit choice. Either the rifle was lightweight, or it was accurate, or it had a decent trigger. Rarely were all three present at the same time. Ruger addressed this problem with a functional synthetic stock, a spiral fluted barrel, Cerakote protection depending on the configuration, and the adjustable Ruger Marksman trigger. That trigger is the detail that separates the rifle from feeling like a cheap product at the most critical moment, when the shot breaks. Chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor with a 22-inch barrel, the rifle provides the length needed for the cartridge to perform well at extended ranges. The detachable AI-style magazine is not particularly sophisticated, but it is reliable and easy to replace. By the third mile of a prairie stalk, that combination begins to make perfect sense. In 9th place is the Savage 1 in 10 Core Hunter Pro. Savage built its identity by addressing a specific problem. Most affordable bolt-action rifles reached hunters with mediocre triggers, poor fit and finish, and the implicit need to visit a gunsmith before the first hunting season. Savage's AccuTrigger is adjustable, crisp for its class, and built on the premise that hunters should not need technical intervention before heading into the field. Imagine a cold morning in Wisconsin, gloves barely fitted, a deer in the sight picture, and breathing controlled with difficulty. The trigger must break when the shooter decides, without hesitation and without surprises. The Model 110 platform also offers an ergonomic advantage, featuring a modern stock geometry that allows the rifle to be adapted to different shooter body types. Chamberings such as the .308 Winchester, 6.5 Creedmoor, and .30-06 Springfield keep this rifle at the center of discussions about big game hunting in the United States. The 8th spot goes to the Browning X-Bolt 2-Speed. Many hunters believe they already know this platform well, associating it with a reliable deer rifle for the forests of the American Midwest. The 2-Speed expands on that reputation. The true value of this rifle lies in its handling. A rifle that feels balanced on a shooting bench can feel slow in dense elk woods, awkward in a blind window, or difficult to control when the shooting angle changes rapidly. Browning updated the stock geometry and trigger system to make the rifle quicker to shoulder, easier to control, and more consistent behind the optic when the animal is on the move. The wide range of available chamberings is one of its greatest strengths, covering everything from light deer cartridges to magnum rounds such as the .300 Winchester Magnum, making the platform suitable for white-tailed deer, elk, black bears, and open country hunting. In 7th place, the Springfield Armory Model 2020 Boundary represents the case for field reliability. 4 days into a mountain hunt, the rifle has been soaked by rain, rested against wet rocks, dragged through brush, and carried far more than it has been fired. It is exactly in this environment that this rifle begins to make sense. Springfield built the Boundary around the Model 2020 action, combining a carbon fiber stock, premium barrel craftsmanship, and the classic hinged floor plate layout. The company guarantees 3/4 MOA accuracy, going beyond the usual promise that the rifle is simply accurate enough for hunting. The list of chamberings is serious. .308 Winchester, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 PRC, 7mm Remington Magnum, 7mm PRC, 300 Winchester Magnum, and 300 PRC. The TriggerTech trigger eliminates the need for aftermarket upgrades. The sixth position belongs to the Christensen Arms Evoke, which represents an important entry point into carbon fiber wrapped barrel technology. Not long ago, carbon-wrapped barrels were the domain of custom rifle shops, expensive and out of reach for most hunters. The Evoke brings that technology into a more accessible hunting platform. The carbon fiber barrel addresses issues of weight, rigidity, thermal performance, and field accuracy. With its adjustable TriggerTech trigger, detachable magazine, and modern optics compatibility, the Evoke offers a genuine upgrade path without sacrificing the feel of a practical field rifle. In fifth place, the Barra Premier Semi-Pro is built for hunters who take the promise of versatility seriously. Barra's identity has always started with its barrels, and the Semi-Pro keeps that focus at its core. The Cure carbon fiber barrel, lightweight Premier action, carbon stock, and TriggerTech trigger all point in the same direction, reducing weight without making the rifle feel fragile or inconsistent. The sub-MOA guarantee is genuine, and the range of chamberings covers everything from white-tailed deer in South Texas to elk in the Rocky Mountains. Fourth place goes to the Weatherby Model 307 Alpine ST, which represents Weatherby responding to a market that demands flexibility. The cylindrical two-lug action was designed with compatibility in mind, and the Alpine ST adds a Peak 44 carbon fiber stock, spiral-fluted steel barrel, AccuBrake ST muzzle brake, Cerakote protection, and Weatherby's sub-MOA guarantee. The result is a modern mountain rifle identity without pushing the product into the most expensive ultralight category. In third place, the Sako 90 Quest challenges the perception that premium finish rifles are too refined for the average American hunter. The Quest was not built to sit in a gun safe. It was built for the hunter who values smooth operation, field adjustability, and confidence when the rifle must perform under harsh conditions. The carbon fiber stock keeps weight under control, while offering real adjustability in length of pull and cheek height, details that make a difference when the shooting angle is steep and time is limited. Second place belongs to the Seekins Precision Havoc PH3, a rifle that comes from a long-range precision mindset and applies that philosophy to hunting in open terrain. The PH3 is not simply a lightweight hunting rifle. It is a system built around action-to-stock stability, carbon construction, and practical long-range hunting performance. The factory trigger is one of the platform's strongest points, because a serious long-range rifle cannot reach the hunter with a vague trigger that needs to be fixed later. And first place belongs to the Weatherby Mark V Backcountry Capra. Every rifle on this list solved part of the problem. The Capra attempts to solve all of them at once, and push the result to the extreme without losing its hunting identity. Starting at around 1.8 kilograms depending on the chambering, the Capra is one of the most aggressive production mountain rifle designs currently available. The Mark V action with 9 locking lugs provides Weatherby's historic foundation for high-altitude hunting and magnum performance. The Capra adds modern weight reduction through a titanium Mark V action, ultralight stock construction, and a slim double helix fluted barrel designed to cut weight while maintaining rigidity and cooling surface area. For hunters who count every ounce because the mountains demand it, this rifle represents the current state of the art. What these 10 rifles prove, when viewed together, is that the modern hunting rifle is no longer judged solely by its ability to shoot tight groups from a bench. It must carry well, balance naturally, feed reliably, manage recoil, accommodate modern shooting positions, and remain consistent when the shot is less than perfect. Weight, accuracy, trigger quality, weather resistance, and the right cartridge for the intended game. These are the criteria that define what a true hunting rifle is in 2026. The best hunting rifle is not the one with the loudest marketing, the most attractive finish, or the most famous name on the box. It is the one that feels light on the climb, remains steady in bad weather, fires cleanly when the moment arrives, and places the bullet exactly where it needs to go. If this content has given you a new perspective on how to evaluate a hunting rifle, leave a comment telling us which of these models would make the most sense for your next hunt and why. Every terrain, every animal, and every hunter has a different answer to that question.